Life is a mirror. It reflects back to you whatever you give to it. In the same way, life is a computer program. It is called garbage in, garbage out. Life is an AI agent. Whatever prompts you give to him, it delivers back to you. It just amplifies it, it just enhances it. Life is neutral. Nature is neutral, but it will give to you whatever you demand. That is why in a place where some people will see lack, others will see opportunities. Others will see success where some will see failure. It's all about you. You are the one that makes the difference. A lot of people believe that Nigeria is not a good place. A lot of people believe that there's no money in Nigeria. A lot of people believe that there's no opportunities. A lot of people believe that everything about the country is just not working. It's just not right. Every day, if you go to the airport, you see a lot of foreigners trooping into this same country every single day. There was a time recently I was flying back to Nigeria, and then I had to go twice because I didn't want to miss my flight. I had to go twice to the attendant at the airport to ask and say, I am going to Nigeria, to Lagos, because the people that were at the gate, at the boarding gates, that place where everybody was sitting, over 80% were foreigners that were coming to Lagos, coming to Nigeria. And then, of course, they kept saying, of course, it's going to Lagos. Because, sometimes at the airport, they might change the gates, your boarding gate that has been assigned to you. I was like, let that not be what is going on here. And then when I entered the flights, it was full of foreigners. And then I kept telling myself, this same country that Nigerians are jackbuying, are living every day, going to places, going to other countries, is the same way where these people are striving to come in every day. I once had a client. The guy is a multi-millionaire. He's a Lebanese. And after, he had some issues with the government, which we handled and all of that. And after that, he traveled for a long time. And then every day, almost every week, year in, year out, this guy kept asking me again, please find out, when can I come back to Nigeria? When can I come back to Nigeria? And I kept asking myself, how? What does this guy want in Nigeria? He's a multi-millionaire. When I'm saying a multi-millionaire, I'm not talking multi-millionaire in Naira, in dollars. Yet he was striving to come back to Nigeria. And after some time, he was able to come back to Nigeria and all of that. And I kept asking myself, how come in this same place that is our home, that is our mother's land, in this same place where a lot of us scorn, in this same land and country, that a lot of us think there is nothing good in it? How come others see opportunities? And not only do they see these opportunities, they come into the country and they reap these massive opportunities. The same land, the same place, the same country, two perspectives. While some sees failure, others see success, others sees opportunity. For instance, and the reality with life is that what you cannot see, you cannot have. Get that again. What you cannot see, you cannot have. Everything that happens to us in life begins from inside. What you cannot envision inside of you, you cannot visualize or see with your eyes. So what you cannot see, what you cannot imagine, it's not possible. It cannot happen to you. So if you cannot see success, if you cannot see abundance, if you cannot see opportunities, you cannot have it in the land. In the Bible, some people were sent out to go and spy the land, the same land, two perspectives. Some came back and they said, oh, we saw a land flowing with milk and honey. Beautiful land, massive opportunities. But others came back and they said, there were giants in the land and we're like grasshoppers in our own eyes. It was all about the perspective. It's all about what you see. Reprogram your mind, rewire yourself to be able to see the opportunities that are in front of you. Even today, I was somewhere and somebody was discussing, and he talked about someone who has been abroad, and this guy that's a lot of businesses, and the business, there were a lot of issues that the person was failing, and the person had, well, I think one thing that was remaining, like a property in France, I think, or in Paris somewhere, that was what, about 3 million euro, and the person was like, he had to sell it, and the person sold it and came, and which was everything that was the main that the person had, and came down to Nigeria. This same Nigeria where people are complaining that there's lack. This same Nigeria where people are trooping out to go and jackpot. This same Nigeria where people say there is no money. And the man came down and went to the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, bought massive land. When he bought the massive land, and then he created like a park, and then came up with a business plan for people to be parking trailers, in that place. And this person said that in 1 year, in the first year of operation, the business made 12 billion naira. 12 billion naira. It's all about opportunities. And do you know the good thing about a place like Nigeria, where things are the way it is? It shows that there are massive opportunities. Success is all about creating value. And how do you create value? It's by solving a problem. That's the simple money mathematics. Success is about creating value. And how do you create value? It's by solving a problem. So all you need to think of is, what's the problem that I can solve and that people will pay me money for? That's all. In a place like this, things are not fully developed. There's so many problems that you can solve. The other day, my dog Tigan, I discovered that he needed to mate. And then the veterinary that he goes to, they do not offer mating service. And I've been asking around, and I discovered that most of them don't offer mating service. So what do we do? Because this pet is a living being. He has needs. And then I came up and said, okay, this is a problem. How do one solve it? And then I said, and I have the plan, though I've not started executing it because of other things that I'm busy with. I said, what if I create an app that is a Tinder for pets, where pets can find other pets to mate with, and just create that community? And it's simple to do. And I even created it, with I was able to put together the app. It's that simple. That's a problem. The bigger the problem, the bigger the money that you will make. You can create a solution that is solving problem for 10 people and they pay you something. You can solve it for 100 people, for 1,000 people, for 1 million people. We have a massive advantage in this country, which is we have a number. We're almost 250 million people. So imagine, let me just create a scenario for you. If you have 1 million people, you create a solution that is solving a problem that 1 million people every day will give you 50 naira. Do you know how much that is in a day? 50 million naira. Now, look at it. For you to see how small 50 naira is. In reality, I cannot remember the last time I saw 50 naira. I don't know if anybody, I don't even know if we're still spending 50 naira in Nigeria. You understand? But 50 naira in 30 days comes to 1,500 naira. I remember that in the days when MTN started, their recharge card then was 1,500 naira for one that you have to scratch. I don't know. I don't think they do all those things again. Everybody just recharge their phone. It was 1,500 naira. So 1,500 naira in a month. That's how much 50 naira every day comes to. So imagine 1 million people are giving you this 50 naira every day. That's 50 million naira every day. In 30 days, it comes to 1.5 billion naira. 1.5 billion naira. Now, imagine that whatever that solution is, you are not even taking, just make it 10% of that. That's 150 million naira in a month. Now, look at it. Who are the people, who are the kind of people that will give you 50 naira in a day? They are not the high net worth individuals. They are not the upper class. They are even the people that do not have. They are the people who are at the bottom of the society, who are the lower class. That is why all these lottos and betting and all these things are thriving massively. Like, if you know the kind of money they're making, because it's simple. They are creating a solution. They are solving a problem. They are creating value. That is to tell you that in this same place where you do not see opportunity is the same place where people are making massive billions. Just define your own niche and say, I want to solve a problem. It can be in your own estate. It can be in your state. It can be in among your peers in your school. It can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be national. Do you understand? But creating value is the key. And creating value is all about solving a problem. What are you seeing in Nigeria? I'm presently working on a book about Nigeria. The title of the book is this: Beauty in Imperfection. That's very poignant because if you look at the two words that I put together, beauty in imperfection, how can something be imperfect and still be beautiful? I don't know if you get it, because that brings home what we're talking about today, which means it's all about what you see. How can there be beauty in imperfection? It's all about perspective. So my point and the ideology, the idea in the book is this: yes, it is imperfect, but there's beauty in it, and you only need to see it. In the year 2050, in 25 years' time, Nigeria is going to be the third most populous nation in the world. That's what we're talking about. Even IMF, what they brought out this year, among the top countries that are contributors to global GDP, Nigeria is among them. And it's not for anything. It's not for even the country. It's for yourself. You need to reprogram your mind to see the value, to see success, to see the abundance that is in this country. When you change your mind, then everything that you look at changes. When you change your mind, then what you look at changes. So it is within that reflects on the outside. That's why life is a mirror. From today, change what you see. Reprogram your mind to see success, to see what you want to see. Because that's what life will give back to you, what you demand of it. As I always say, you can if you think you can.